Okay, so let's try that again. We are in, where are we?
Easton Town Center.
Easton Town Center. My memory is shot. And in case I cut out the whole thing where it's just my mouth, the people here in Columbus, specifically in this area, fucking oblivious, self-absorbed assholes. And yeah, so I'll do a reactionary thing. Why do I feel like I'm being attacked? Yeah, so we're gonna go to the theater now. So, we just got back from seeing Watchmen. This, right here. This. And, first thing I'm going to say is that I enjoyed it. Overall, it was good. However, it did have some issues. One being the pacing, but can't really blame the film for that too much because the book itself had pacing issues. The second major problem that I had with it was the finagling, if we want to use that word, of Dr. Manhattan's backstory and the way that his section was told. That was one of my favorite parts of the book. So to change that, I don't really know why. Yes, it made the telling of that a little bit shorter. But other than that, I can't see any real reason to have done that. And, you know, hi, you wasted 7 minutes to film softcore porn and show it. You did that, and it wasn't even in the book. So, you know, there was a little bit wrong with the thought process there. You know, sacrifice 6 minutes of your softcore porno to tell one of the main character's sections properly. Is that too much to ask, really? The last, third, and final major problem or issue that I had with it was the changing of the ending. I don't really know why the ending was changed, other than the only possible explanation that I can think of is the fact that they figured that telling the "we're gonna blame it on Dr. Manhattan" version was probably a little bit simpler to explain than the big scary alien comes and attacks ending. So yeah, Steve said that he thought that they changed it because people would be like, you know, big scary alien thing, you know, a little hard to believe. But come on, look at the rest of the film. It's not about, you know, easy to believe things and circumstances. I think personally that it was a timing issue, in that they thought that they could spend less time explaining the ending they went with. Also, on the ending section, the part where they added Night Owl's Anakin moment of "no" to the end that wasn't actually in the book. Why? Really? I mean, pointless? The only thing that led to was him running back in and beating up Ozymandias, which also wasn't in the book. Obviously, I had a bit of an issue with the, you know, I'm all for porn and sex in the movies and all of that, but you spent like 30 seconds, a full 30 seconds of film time, that's a lot of fucking time, on his ass thrusting in and out. I mean, really? Really? Was that necessary? Really? Really? Okay, so obviously I have a problem with the softcore porn suddenly inserted into the middle of the film. Here's that softcore porn scene in the book. It's one page, and there's no thrusting. No thrusting. Dr. Manhattan, who I love, obviously my favorite character in the book, which is why I was kind of upset with the screwiness with his backstory and the I think what I was most upset about was not the cutting little bits of it out. It was more the changing the way in which it was told. In the book, it was much more, you know, the picture is in my hand, blah, 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 all of that. I really like, and then interspersing that with the changing in dates. And I really liked that because it really drove home how disconnected he was, not just from humanity, but from anything resembling, you know, linear time and any concepts that human beings actually understand. And I think they glazed over that and softened it a little bit too much. So I think that's what I was most upset about, more than, you know, making it his watch and cutting out the whole Fat Man issue with the stepping on her watch and all of that. So, yeah, whatever. The changes that they made to when Ozymandias told his backstory, the stuff that they cut out of that, while I was kind of on it just as someone who enjoyed the book as it was, I can understand why they did that, how they did it, and for the timing issues. So I get that. So